So for those who don't know, once again, Stephen A has been trending a little bit on Twitter because of some comments he made on the Joe Budden podcast. All right, and then it trickled over to Twitter, having some interactions with Terrell Owens, having some interactions with Kyrie, and it stems off of a comment that he made about Max Kellerman and how he departed from ESPN and why that departed. All right?
What do you say to the people that say they saw the tension between you and Max developing on air before his departure from the show? Did you hear any of that?
I heard some of it. I would take full responsibility for that. That's totally my fault.
Okay.
And the reason why it was my fault, because I didn't like working with him, man. That's damn simple. I didn't like it. I thought the show was stale. I thought that we had flatlined when it came to the public at large. And I'm trying to win. I mean, I didn't want to go from number one to number two when Skip left. That's not what I wasn't having that. That shit was not going to happen.
Did anything in the numbers say that you might have been headed that way?
No, but to me it did.
Creatively.
To me it did, not just creatively, but the consistency of the number.
Got it.
In other words, it wasn't going this way.
Yeah.
It was just there. And not only that, it's like us being in this room right now. Come on, y'all. Y'all know the difference between something that's stale and something you pumped up for. You just know.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I was feeling. And it was like, listen, I had mad respect from him from the standpoint that white dude, highly intelligent, Ivy League educated from Columbia, smart as a whip, can talk his ass off, can talk about anything. And I get all of that. But you weren't an athlete. And you weren't a journalist. And the absence of the two components left people wondering, why should we listen to you? Okay, well, you might have had that figured out on Sports Nation, or you might have had that figured out on another show. But on this show, if you looked at the content emanating in the social stratosphere, meaning YouTube and other components that you use to measure one's cachet, Q ratings, focus groups, all of these different things. It was like I was damn near doing the show by myself because we were oceans apart in terms of cachet. Well, how are you oceans apart from me if you sit right across from me 5 days a week for the whole 2 hours? Because one of us is resonating and one of us is not in that platform. And so for me, I was like, look, this is what it is. And we had a number of conversations, one-on-one, many, many times. I know this audience. I know what they're looking for. I know what they need, et cetera, et cetera. At some point, you're going to do what you need to do or you don't. And if you don't do what you need to do, I'm going to get somebody who will.
Oh, shit! So that's the clip that's been going around Twitter. All right, that's where the conversation pieces have been stemming from. Is that original clip right there? Where the fuck did my phone go, chat? I'ma just say this, chat. This is why I feel like the whole gatekeeping conversation is so fucking funny. This right here is exactly why I find those conversation pieces funny. Because gatekeeping is all fine and dandy. Everyone wants to say, hey, we can't let everyone have a mic. We can't let everyone have a mic. Not everyone should have a mic. It's all fun and games until the situation is flipped on you and that door closes when you're right in front of it. I just find it funny that a lot of people like to pull that card, but when the roles are reversed, now it's a problem. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to Stephen A's credibility, Stephen A is the one that throughout the years, every time he gets called out, Stephen A, you ain't never played the sport. What the fuck do you know about ball? Stephen A, you ain't never played the sport. What the fuck do you know about football? He's the one going on his platform, whether that be First Take or the Stephen A. Smith Show, getting all defensive, talking about, do you know who I know? Like, dead ass threatening people. Dead ass threat. I don't know if y'all know this, but literally just a couple weeks ago, Stephen A said, I think on First Take, that, hey, Lonzo Ball is looking nasty. It doesn't even look like he can stand up. Lonzo Ball then makes a video talking about, yo, Stephen A, what the, check your sources, gang. Check your sources, while doing like one-legged sit-ups or whatever, dips or whatever the fuck, essentially showing that his leg is fine. Not healthy enough to play NBA basketball, but not to the point where it fucking hurts to stand up. You know what I'm saying? And then Stephen A goes on his show talking about, oh, so you want to test my credibility? Don't make me expose your doctors. Don't make me expose your doctors. And I think that's crazy because that's also not the first instance he's pulled that off. That's also not the first instance he's pulled that off. You know what I'm saying? Every time an NBA player gives pushback to Stephen A and his credibility because of the fact that he's never played basketball, he's always on the defensive end talking about, hey man, facts are facts. I'm not, fuck the credibility. What am I saying? Facts are facts. So I just find it extremely fucking funny that when it comes to explaining why Max Kellerman was removed from First Take, the reasoning is that, yeah, Max, he wasn't qualified enough. He doesn't have that experience as an athlete. Nor was he a journalist. Yeah, this seat is only reserved for journalists and former athletes. Stephen A gotta stop lying. Stephen A gotta stop lying to the people, man. Because also, at some point in this clip, he talks about, shout out to King Row Alley for becoming a first-time chatter. He talked about at some point in this clip that essentially he gave ESPN an ultimatum. That, yo, it's either me or Max. It's either me or Max. Y'all can either have First Take with Max Kellerman on it, and I'll leave. Like, that's fucking crazy. I feel like that's so extreme. When in actuality, I really feel like all he's saying is, yo, Max didn't have enough pull. Max didn't have enough pull. The ratings for my show was getting stagnant. And I'm not the one leaving this show. I feel like that's ultimately what this is. The ratings for my show, while still being number one, were getting stagnant. This is my show. I ain't the problem. I'm not the one leaving. So who the fuck is leaving? I found my phone, by the way. Has to be Max. Max gotta be the problem as to why the ratings are down. Which, I'm gonna be honest, there even is some credibility to that. I feel like. That's not 100% false. But to say that it's a credibility issue, nah, that's not it. That's not it. If you want to bring up entertainment issues, if you want to bring up the fact that Max Kellerman just isn't entertaining enough, that's fine. If you want to bring up the fact that Max Kellerman just doesn't have enough pull as an individual, that's fine. But to say that he wasn't credible enough, I think that's a whole lot of baloney. I think that's a whole lot of cap. And he's talking about, what does the audience want? I know my audience type shit. I feel like if you know about First Take and their audience, people don't watch First Take for journalistic integrity. I'm going to be honest, chat. When I found out about First Take, when I came to America, I didn't listen to the show for the inside scoop on NBA issues and NBA matters. That's not what I watched this for, chat. What the fuck? I watched First Take because I saw Stephen A and Skip Bayless getting into heated arguments about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. I saw crazy clips about Skip Bayless dick sucking and dick riding the Dallas Cowboys for weeks at a time. I saw that Kwame Brown clip from Stephen A, where Stephen A shitted on Kwame Brown like he was the worst player of all time. It wasn't because of journalistic integrity. It wasn't because, there's a former athlete on the show. It's because there's two entertaining ass motherfuckers on the show that are debating passionately about sports. So cut the cap, bro. I feel like, again, his reasoning is just so disingenuous, bro, as to really what the fuck went on. But let's play more of the clip, though. Let's play more of the clip.
That's me, and I made no qualms about it. Now, I didn't have the authority to let him go.
But you have coffee with the.
Hey, shout out to the 91 in the building, by the way.
How about that? And so what I did was, I've been very honest and very consistent about it. There's nothing personal. We weren't enemies or anything. To be real, we ain't spoke since, other than high and by, or if I had to go on the show when they were doing the morning show, I would get interviewed. But there's been no conversations since, and that's fine with me. That's no problem, because it wasn't like we were boys or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it was all business to me, and it was about, look, man, I'm trying to win, and I don't believe I can win with you. That doesn't mean it's your fault. It means we don't work. So when I went upstairs to management, my exact words were, look, if he's that important to you, give him first take.
Come on, chat. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Come on, bro. We all know when Skip Bayless left, First Take was Stephen A. show, and they were looking for a replacement. Max Kellerman comes in as the replacement. All of a sudden, Stephen A., who at this point is the face of First Take, is saying that Max Kellerman and I cannot make these ratings go up. Is that not you saying Max Kellerman is the problem when all of these years you have been the constant person on the show? What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? There's a whole lot of crap.
Stephen A. Stephen A.
I'm telling you what I said. I'm only giving you what I said.
Old school trick.
I'm only giving you what I said.
God, he went in that office hot.
2 hours later, I got the call. We making a change.
Yeah, you just said fire him.
Huh?
No, he said.
He didn't say
Listen to this too. Listen to this too, chat.
fire
He
him.
said redistribute.
See, we got to learn the corporate way to say some of that shit.
No.
Hey, shout out to Joe Budden for calling that shit out.
Well, what happened was
He got his own show.
ultimately you had the radio show and you had your own afternoon show. See, where I'll push back on anybody
Watch
who talked
watch
about
this
the
cap.
career or the firing, I'll go back to me in 2009. Stephen A., your services were no longer. We're not renewing your deal. You're not renewing your deal. It is not a unilateral decision. And just like that, the next month when my contract expired, first of all, they let me know in April. My last day was May 9th of 2009. My contract was up June 30th. They didn't even let me work through the finals.
Yeah.
We will not be needing your services any longer. And I was unemployed. So you got to understand that I'm not going to embrace it the way y'all might or other people might from the standpoint of losing your job. Oh, I'm getting reassigned and I'm going from First Take to getting my own show in the afternoon and a morning show and my money's not compromised.
Right.
I lost my job.
He didn't get fired. Yeah, he didn't get fired.
I could have easily been listen.
Totally different.
If I didn't have any money saved, I would have literally been on the unemployment line. Do you understand that? I would have been on the unemployment line.
And that was before this era of podcasts and independent journalism where you can kind of
there you go.
flip shit.
There you go. So that's what happened. Yeah. And so when people
Do you see the load of baloney I'm hearing, bro? Chat. Hey, Max wasn't fired. He was reassigned. Hey, this guy's good. Hey, chat. The difference is, if he was fired, he would have been unemployed. So therefore, because he was still employed by ESPN, he wasn't fired. Now let's cut the cap, bro. Max Kellerman was fired from First Take. From First Take. Maybe not from ESPN. If we want to get into the technicals and we want to get real nasty with it, yes, he did not get fired from ESPN. But from First Take, the show, yo, bro, you set an ultimatum to the upper-ups, the upper management, and yeah, bro was packed up. Bro, that's what happened. Let's cut the cap, bro. Chat, let's cut the fucking cap, bro. Let's cut the cap. Let's stop playing around. So, with that being said, that was pretty much the majority of the clip. And then shit went to Twitter. Shout out to the 98, by the way. It's been a minute since I've had a big stream like this on Twitch. I think this might be a career high on a personal side. No rate shit. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. Hold on, let me bring this shit up. So then shit went to Twitter. So this is the tweet from NBA Central, essentially recapping what he said on the Joe Budden podcast. And then bro quote retweeted this, 17 million views by the way, saying this is why he doesn't fuck with Max Kellerman. This is an old clip from the Max Kellerman era where T.O. said this.
I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming, you know, with this commentary.
With all due respect, my brother.
I'm just saying, dog.
Wait a minute. Wait to finish.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna check you right now. You don't cross the line.
I'm just saying.
Time. Wait a minute. You don't.
Look at Max. That would exactly be me in that situation. Why the fuck would you say that? Like, why? Chat, if I was in Max's shoes, this is exactly. I'm shutting up. This is not. If you want to say it, I didn't. It did not come out of my mouth. What the fuck? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? All right. So, bro said this is why he doesn't fuck with Max Kellerman. Apparently, essentially saying this was their Tom Brady moment, in relation to like Shannon Sharpe and Undisputed. All right, let me go back, and then T.O. quote retweets it saying facts. This shit got 33 million views, and then Stephen A. quote retweets that saying, or maybe I'll just dedicate the entire Stephen A. Smith show / podcast on YouTube this Monday to all the things you tried to do behind the scenes to brothers over the years while claiming someone is more of a brother than others. Let me think about that over the next 24 hours. Hashtag sick of this. Hashtag enough. Look at MDJ. And I think at some point, hold on, let me bring it up. And then this is what I'm talking about too with Stephen A, bro. Stop fucking threatening people. Stephen A gotta stop threatening people, bro. Trying to exploit people's fucking secrets behind the scenes that they don't want publicized. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is multiple times he's done this. This is nasty work, bro. This is absolutely nasty work, bro. Not justifying what apparently behind the scenes is, but I'm just saying, you're talking about all of this journalistic integrity and all this shit, but you are so quick to just pull that, hey, I know people who know people card. Like, yo, what the fuck, bro? God damn. Relax. Stop exposing people's secrets that they don't want publicized. Jeez. All right, so this is the tweet, and then T.O. replies, behind what scenes? Again, man, I'm not worried because I stand on my character and who I am. You better come with some facts and not this hearsay and anonymous sources because that's not going to fly. And then Kyrie comes in the replies. Oh my God, saying, at Stephen A, can y'all call each other like grown mature men, in all caps, like it's a fucking, a proper noun, and clear the air without all of the extra social media back and forth. Get what you need off your chest and move on. Side note, Raquel said in the replies, can you let them handle it how they want? You have to like you always handle things the right way. Which, hey, And then, God, we're really getting to the meat and potatoes. I think someone quote retweeted Kyrie, right? Hold on. View quotes. Oh, here you go. Then Stephen A. I feel like DJ fucking academics right now. Shout out to the 102 in the building, man. Big 102. And then Stephen A. quote retweets that saying, respectfully, bro, you don't know the whole story. I have nothing to say to his sorry, pathetic ass, but that doesn't mean you're wrong. You are right, bro. I'm man enough to admit that. I will stand down. Hashtag respect. Oh. Stephen A., congratulations for being the bigger man in this case and not exposing behind-the-scenes information, classified information to the public. I guess. What the fuck? Nah, this is messy work, bro. This was messy work on the timeline. I ain't gonna lie. So much to unpack, and I'm not gonna lie, I really hope Stephen A. Smith is actually live right now. Chat, he didn't win live today. That's tough, man. That's tough. He's trying to be the bigger man for real, man. No cap. Where do we even start? I'm not gonna speak on that T.O. clip. I don't think that's not my place to speak on whether he's spitting facts or not. I am just kind of annoyed with Stephen A. again, just threatening people with exposing their behind-the-scenes classified information publicly multiple times. And even on the Joe Budden podcast that he was on, like, he made, a couple comments like that about how, he knows the dirty... If there's one person who knows the dirty skeletons of ESPN, it's gonna be the dude that's worked for them for fucking 30 years. And I'm like, what the... stop. It's getting nasty. Because he could... It'd be one thing if it was one thing. It'd be one thing if it was special occasions. But he routinely does this. He routinely fucking does this. And it's always, again, and I just find it so ironic within the situation, it is always when someone is judging his credibility, which is ironic because the whole reason he fired Max Kellerman was apparently due to his lack of credibility. Hey, I said it on the last pod, man, listen. Expecting everyone to be 100% consistent is just, it's just not realistic. Everyone has their biases. No one is 100% consistent. And essentially, I think expecting consistency out of someone is effectively expecting perfection out of someone. When you really think about it. Expecting consistency out of someone is expecting perfection out of someone. But at the same token, man, it's just funny to look at this shit.